All right, welcome back to Lies with Consequences, the art of the spin doctor Matt Kuhn exposed 2. We don't have a Grappler 2, do we?
No, I don't believe so. I think it starts with 5.
Okay, sometimes it's hard to keep track now, you know?
It is.
All right, well, this is part 2 of the previous video where we exposed Matt Kuhn and all of his lies and spins and just, to be honest, nonsense. Wouldn't you agree with that, Six?
I would say nonsense is a good descriptive term. But you know what, Seven? Let's cut the BS and let's just get right into it. All right?
I like it.
So Matt Kuhn, he has been claiming that we have orphan shamed him now. Orphan shamed him.
Before you start, I'm not even quite sure what orphan shaming is.
You got me, Seven.
But go on. I'm sure this is going to be good.
So this is now, I will be reading a tweet from the Grappler 9. He had sent this to Mr. Kuhn, and you guys can obviously listen to it and see for yourself. But this is what then turned into, we are now orphan shaming him. Here's the Grappler 9's tweet. You just want the attention of real men, Matt. I get it. You want the attention of real men. Attention your father clearly never gave you, or you wouldn't be such a... What's the word? And just to clarify, and that's end quote, just to clarify, the word that we were talking about was snowflake. Had nothing to obviously do with him being an orphan. And the fact that he's claiming orphan shaming, you know, we don't know Matt Kuhn. We don't know him any more than his Twitter account or the random podcasts that he does. How in the world would the Brothers Grappler have any idea if this guy was truly an orphan?
Right. So clearly, he can't take us being a smartass back to him because he does it to us and we have to take it all day long. But the minute we do it to him, it's some kind of orphan shaming, father shaming, cigarette smoking shaming. It's like, this is all he does. This is like his defense. He's
the victim. He's always the victim.
It's what your shirt
like
says.
The shirt reads.
Yep, absolutely. I agree 100% on that.
So,
all right, is there
I went ahead and I printed up the definition of what an orphan actually is. A child deprived by death of one or usually both parents. Again, we don't know Matt Kuhn. Nothing that was said to him had anything to do with him, quote, being an orphan, whether he is or he isn't. We don't have any idea. But again, this is another prime example of the Matt Kuhn spin.
And does anyone even know if he is an orphan? Because we don't. So
I have not a clue. Not a clue. If anybody knows, leave them in the comments. Let us know.
Yes.
But we aren't aware.
This dude is literally super hypersensitive. Like, he's the type of guy that likes to give it, but the minute he receives it back, then it's like, oh, you're hurting my feelings. And
yeah, he's a bully. He's a bully who can't take it, and then he plays the victim.
But the problem with this is there's more of us than there is of you, Matt. And we're never going away. There's nothing, no one's ever going to take us away. When all this didn't work, Kuhn decided he wanted to be the Twitter tough guy. That was going to be his new spin. I'm the tough guy. So I'm going to read a tweet from Matt Kuhn, and you can go find this on his page. We're not lying. It's right there at Matt Kuhn Music. He wrote, because I beat the shit out of them. It's pretty simple. That's why I know for the most part, trolls are bitches. They don't have the guts to put even their identity behind their words. I don't let bitches get to me. All right, so that escalated.
Wow. And yeah, you know, Seven, from what I recall, I think you kind of issued him a challenge.
I did, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? So I wrote back to him regarding this. I publicly challenge Matt Kuhn to a boxing match at StarCast. Now, I didn't mean at StarCast. I meant in the parking lot of StarCast, in a boxing gym across the street from StarCast, or anywhere in Las Vegas. It didn't matter where it was. I was dead serious about this. I was going to give him exactly what he wanted and asked for. If I win, you have to quit smoking forever and publicly apologize to every grappler for calling us a bitch. If you win, you get my mask and identity. Money raised will go to support child obesity. Now, I think that I covered everything that he brought up in his tweet and his agenda towards us in that right there. Okay? He calls us a bitch. He says that we don't have the guts to put our identity behind our words, which, okay, I'll take my mask off if you can beat me in a boxing match. Okay, I covered it all. Okay? Matt Kuhn is what, 350 pounds? And I'm not fat shaming you. I'm just saying what you are. You're probably 350 pounds. Dude, I'm 180 pounds. And yes, I have a muscle on my arm that you've probably never seen in your life, but I'm half your size. And what did he do, 6?
Would you like me to read his response, 7?
Yeah, I would love it.
Here's Matt Kuhn's response to Grappler 7's challenge. So we will get booked at StarCast? Ha ha. And I'm supposed to box a guy wearing a mask? For stakes they choose? Hilarious. They won't even take their masks off to troll Meltzer. These guys fail. Failed bullies. So he wants us, he's been asking continually for us to take our masks off. Show our identities. So you offer him that in these stakes, but it's for stakes we choose.
Right.
Isn't that funny how he again he spun that to fit his narrative of not wanting to do it, pretty much because he's a pussy.
I chose the stakes that he wanted. If I won, what do I get out of that? I get Matt to quit smoking. I could care less.
Correct.
You know, I get nothing. Like, the stakes were for him, but I knew he was just full of shit and was just making stuff up to be tough and spin stuff. So you know what? I challenged him to it. I was dead serious. I would have done it. And
well, the only thing that failed here is his Twitter tough guy antics. That's what failed.
Absolutely, because I exposed him.
Correct.
And that's what we're going to continue to do, Matt. We're not going to stop exposing you, ever. Go on. What's next?
Slander. A word he loves to use, Matt Kuhn. Slander. So, I'm going to read a tweet now from Mr. Kuhn. Basically, and I quote, "They have the ability to slander me publicly, tag me in their hate, claim to represent Vince and the brand as they cost him money with their hateful, cowardly antics. It goes one way. Hate has no place here." Now, what the funniest thing I take from that, 7, is slander. You know, last time I checked, repeatedly calling us homophobic over the course of 40 to 50 tweets on Twitter is, what is that?
It starts with S. S?
Slander! Slander! Slander, Matt Kuhn! That's slander. So it's funny that, again, you're playing the victim and spinning it as if it's one-sided and it's only coming from us, yet this is exactly what you've been doing for the last 6 to 8 weeks. Over and over and over and over. You know, so it's homophobic, they're father shaming, they're orphan shaming, they're this shaming, they're that scared, triggered, this, that, all those little keywords. It's
hate. Oh, we're hate mongols.
Yeah, we're hateful, we're hate mongers. Yeah, this is the art of the Matt Kuhn spin, and this is what this guy does.
And we just exposed you. You know what they say, 6?
You're either with us
or we hate you.